it's definitely kicked into gear over the past week.
Yeah, you could say that.
I think probably some of the most novel things on stage will be the mask work. We've got some sword work. So we have a young man who's created all of the armor for the show.
I'm a huge fan, have been since I was young of Lord of the Rings, and so I have a good idea of how I would make them in my head, but I did some designing to try to get a good idea for the Anglo-Saxon helmet, because that's what we're going after. This is 20 gauge steel. It's each size maybe an hour a side, maybe a little less. And then the edges have to be pounded over on the helmet to keep it from being too sharp. This was the first sword I made. It's pounded out of steel. Got a brass hilt, and this is leather wrapped for the handle. So these are actual runes, so those are just etched in there to give it a little bit of authenticity. And yeah, this is Beowulf's sword.
We'll see some staged combat pieces that are a little more like choreography, but have combat elements.
Yes, the dragon fight.
That's the biggest one.
A whole lot of maneuvering around, the more complex blocking.
Yeah, just lots of movement, lots of complex choreography.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the best scenes by far in my book.
We've got a sound score created by Corey Radon.
Basically, Griff and I sat down to discuss how we wanted to approach the music of Beowulf. I had some harmonic ideas and melodic ideas that I wanted to be brought out. Beowulf, it's this dark, heroic story. It's going to be set in probably B minor. I didn't want a written score in the sense that everything's scored out as to what's going on stage. So it's almost like these blocks of Legos we put together.
What we're trying to do here is really bring sort of an adult level approach to the student level.
In particular with students, one of my students is playing guitar and has developed this interest in slide guitar. So I wrote a lot of what he's doing for slide guitar, which sounds kind of weird, but I think it fits perfectly.
Well, in my case, for Grendel, I'm using a delay effect along with a distortion effect and a chorus and sometimes a flange. And I'm just going crazy trying to create roars and just very chaotic, not very musical, but it gets the point across that there's a monster that's fighting.
We're setting this almost soundscape for the show. And then at times we come up with a little bit more of a song structure. But mostly it's almost like a film score for Beowulf live.
This style of production really is sort of our signature in a way. I think in the end, it's really seeing the kids grow. It's really seeing the kids step up and acknowledge that there's something about theater, that to participate in that a little bit makes a big difference to them and to their development.
I think we're going to get this down within the next week or so. Completely.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be
out.